Hi everyone, in this tutorial I'll walk you through the structure and the method of creating a reverse sticky card stack in Framer. When we scroll, a card slides up and the one underneath becomes visible, which is a great example of the reversed version of sticky elements, right? There is also a transparent element at the bottom of the text card, as you see, which shows the image below that belongs to the next card. It's always on top of the next card's image column because we switch the image and text columns in the every other card, as you see. It also creates this really nice image reveal effect as we scroll. You can find a remix link for the file in the description, and let's get started. Let's start with the card components. For easy customization, text and image elements are assigned to variables, as you see. I think the most tricky part here is the transparent element at the bottom, sort of a window to the next card, which is actually an exclude element. Instead of using a background color for text stack, I placed a vector object to the background, which has absolute position, and to create the transparent part, I excluded this rectangle at the bottom and then placed the very same rectangle on it, which has the same color with the background vector, but with a lower opacity. Again, to create that overlaying transparent object on the image of the next card. If you haven't done exclusion using vectors in Framer before, it's really easy. You can just click the vector button at top left, select a rectangle or any other vector shape, draw the shape on the canvas, change its color. Let's say we're gonna exclude another rectangle from this one. I can just duplicate this one, make the copy smaller, change its color, duplicate it to use as a transparent overlay after the exclude. Drag one of them on the bigger one, select the overlay small and big ones, and you can see now there are some path operation buttons on the right panel, and we can click exclude, then place the duplicate over the exclusion and drop its opacity to create that transparent overlaying object, right? So that's basically how I did it. As you see, the second variant exists just to have switched or mirrored placements of text and image columns. I'm gonna quickly demonstrate how I generated the images in Adobe Firefly also, as I do whenever I use AI-generated visuals. So after going firefly.adobe.com, I clicked the Generate button first to go to the generation screen to be able to edit the settings more comfortably. First, I changed the model to Nano Banana Pro. And since I needed a portrait image, the optimal aspect ratio for my cards was standard 4:5. And I pasted the prompt that I generated with ChatGPT. Then I pressed return. You can also click generate button, of course. After the image is generated, I just downloaded it using the download button that appears on hover. Let's go back to Framer to check the scroll transform effect. To create that reverse sticky scroll, I needed to stack the cards on top of each other. Therefore, I needed to use absolute position for the cards, as you see here. And since the cards should scroll up in the exact same order they are stacked, I needed to use section in view trigger. And for each card, I used a placeholder section that I created underneath. You can see there are frames here with a scroll section IDs 1, 2, and 3. And the last one is just a static placeholder to prevent the last card from scrolling up too quickly. If we check again the scroll transform settings, we can see section 1 is the trigger for the first card to scroll up, 2 is for the second card, and so on. And whenever that trigger section is in the view, you can see under 2 settings, we move the card up by 500 pixels, which is set next to offset here as a -5 value, which is actually equal to the height of our cards. we can check our scroll effect again, and all that structure and settings let us create this great scroll effect. Sort of reverse sticky section, right? Also, with the help of that transparent section at the bottom of each card, we are able to create this unique scroll effect. And that concludes our tutorial. I hope you liked it. If you want to see more, be sure to subscribe, turn the notifications on, check my other tutorials, and see you in the next one.